Now we begin with baseball and the excitement of opening day. Yet for the Oakland A's, that is being met with somewhat of 100 protesters outside the Coliseum, gathering with a strong message for the ownership. Let's get right to ABC 7's Casey Pratt and Chris Alvarez, who are both with the crowd now. How's the energy out there?
I think you can hear the energy is electric out here already. It is just getting started. People are here to make a point. They want the A's owners to sell the team. There are 5,000 of these sell flags being given out to fans in the parking lot, including a bunch of food, a bunch of pins, a bunch of other memorabilia. And they're just telling people, come on, come out here, hang out. But if you want to go inside, we understand. No one's going to call anybody a scab here. No one's going to tell anybody they're not allowed inside. But they do hope people opt to stay out here in the parking lot where we are right now.
And based on what I'm seeing, I just got out here, that's probably what's going to happen. But as Casey mentioned, they're not going to stop you from going inside, but this is about sending a message like they did. Casey, I got to ask you, we were at the reverse boycott last June. How is this different this time around?
Yeah, this is very much the same energy and the exact same message.
Yeah.
They still want the team to stay here. They still want to remain rooted in Oakland. They still want the A's owners to come around and either sell the team or build here, not go to Las Vegas. But you look at this team. Opening day is supposed to be the happiest day of the year in baseball. Everybody's on equal footing. Everybody has a chance. The A's don't have a chance. They have the lowest payroll in baseball by $25 million. They had the worst team in baseball last year. When hope is supposed to spring eternal, it is not eternal here. And that's unfair to these fans because opening day, this could be the last time we have one here. And that's hard to stomach that.
It's also unfair to the players and the manager, Mark Kotze. I mean, this is one game where the fans always show up and sell out, and that's not what's going to happen tonight. And I was inside talking to both managers, and Mark Kotze alluded to the passion that these fans have. He talked about the reverse boycott and the energy they brought. He said the only thing that he didn't like was when they threw trash on the field. And that reminded me actually of when the Raiders left here.
Yep.
I was in the same Coliseum, the same kind of feeling. And it's just unfortunate these fans had to deal it again because obviously the Warriors are still here. They're across the bay. They've lost the Raiders, and now the A's are hanging by a thread.
Yeah, and I think you have to look at each situation differently. The Raiders were offered $750 million in public funds to go to Las Vegas. The Warriors had the rights to San Francisco.
Right.
If you're going to build an arena anywhere you want in the Bay Area, I'm sorry, but it's going to be in San Francisco. That was Joe Lacob's prerogative. But Joe Lacob himself has said he would like to have a chance to buy the A's, and he would build a stadium right here in Oakland at Howard Terminal. Whether or not that ever happens remains to be seen. Does John Fischer give up? Does Vegas pan out? We will see. But, you know, I think that the people understand. You were talking about being inside, and you can tell us more about Stephen Vogt making his managerial debut, a guy that has a lot of history here. Zach Geloff, probably the rising star on the A's, making his opening day debut, and he's not going to be doing it in front of a packed house. That's sad, but they understand what's going on.
That is true. They do understand what's going on. And actually, our young intern, Tark, asked a good question about the support. He asked Mark Kotze about the support and how the team, they all know, the players and the coaches, they know that this team supports and they understand why they're doing what they're doing. I think that's a good message because there is support, and it shows right here in the people that are here. And I think it also is a message. Look, there are fan bases around baseball. For example, the Cubs, they lost for a long time, 100 years seemingly. They always showed up. This fan base wants to see a winner. They want to see someone that's trying to put a good product on the field. And so whether that's the stadium, whether that's the players on the field, they know it's not their fault. But these fans are here, and they're some of the most passionate fans in all of America, Casey. You've been to many A's events. We've been to Oakland for the Warriors, been to Raiders. That Oakland fan base is different, and they're showing it tonight. It's just unfortunate they can't put it in the stands.
Yeah, and you may remember, I do at least, I'm older than I look, but when the A's won the World Series in '89 and had that run with that team, they had the highest payroll in baseball. Mm-hmm. They had one of the highest attendances in baseball because they were actually invested in as a team, as a roster. And when the Haas family had to sell the team, because unfortunately Walter Haas passed away, the owner of the A's, they sold it to two guys that treated it like a business. Then they sold it to two guys that treated it even more like a business. Yeah. And when you don't invest in the team, when you don't invest in the roster, the people won't invest back in you. This has been a famously, historically even, disinvested franchise. They are spending less money this year on this roster than the Dodgers are paying Shohei Ohtani for one season. Stephen Curry. Joe Lacob is paying Stephen Curry more money this season than the A's are spending on their entire roster. That's one player.
And
so
look,
they're disinvesting.
Yeah.
They're disinvesting, and that's why the people aren't invested in the team.
And look, I think about when we were in Vegas for the Super Bowl last month, and it doesn't seem like Vegas wants the A's. I mean, that's the take I got away. We looked at the stadium site. There's been so many renderings and non-renderings, all those different things, but to think of where the A's want to go and they don't even want them, I don't understand the business move in that.
Yeah, when I arrived in Las Vegas, I wore an Oakland Roots hoodie.
Yeah.
And I wore a Last Dive Bar. By the way, Last Dive Bar's throwing this event along with the Oakland 68s. I wore a Last Dive Bar Oakland 316 shirt all around Vegas because I was trying to start conversations with people out there. And everybody I talked to in Vegas was like, yeah, you're right. I was expecting some pushback from people in Vegas.
Yeah.
People in Vegas don't want the A's. I mean, I think they're happy getting Major League Baseball, but they don't want this team or this ownership group. They'd rather have an expansion team.
Right.
It would make far more sense. And I don't understand why Major League Baseball can't see that there are rich people in this area ready to buy this team right now. And those people would keep the A's here, and that doesn't stop you from having Vegas too. You can have both. You can have both. You can have Oakland and Vegas. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
I was going to just bring up that point. How much is it just Major League Baseball wants baseball in Vegas? And then you kind of answered the question there.
Yeah, I think they really want it in Vegas. I think gambling, unfortunately, is now becoming a big moneymaker in pro sports, and you're already seeing the impacts it has. There's players in the NBA getting in trouble for gambling scandals. Shohei Ohtani, the game's biggest star, already tied to gambling through his interpreter, and a whole scandal there. So there's going to be problems bringing Major League Baseball into Las Vegas, a game that has banned their all-time hits leader in Pete Rose for gambling.
And the one takeaway, I'm looking at a couple of young kids over there to the left, Casey, and you have two young ones. To think that there might not be baseball here for Oakland, for those young fans over there, for your kids and generations to come, it's not going to be here. And you just would like to hope that something can happen in the ninth inning of where we're at with Oakland Sports Local Baseball.
Yeah, and I'd say we are in the ninth inning. I came here with my dad. I've been coming here since I was 1 year old. And I'm still here, and I'm hoping to keep taking my girls here, and I hope my girls can take their kids here someday. Let's just hope that baseball can stay in Oakland somehow, some way. But I don't know, Chris. It's not looking good right now.
It's not, but there's a lot of passion in the stands. That's one thing Oakland is famous for. They're showing it tonight, and we'll be out here all night long, Stephanie.
Let's leave them with a little chant.
Louder. Raiders!
Boo Raiders!
You could truly feel the passion, Chris. That's a great word. Tensions high, certainly on both sides, as a lot is at stake. But I thank you both, Chris and Casey, for joining us tonight.
All right, we're going to get some barbecue.
All right, yes, eat up. Bring some back.